There's a good chance something sitting in your Walmart cart right now looks like a bargain, but could end up costing you more than you expect. Some products seem perfectly fine on the shelf. They're cheap, convenient, and sometimes look almost identical to more expensive alternatives. But once you actually start using them, the problems begin. Cracked plastic, peeling materials, broken handles, weak parts, and products that need replacing far sooner than expected. And the worst part? Saving a few dollars today can sometimes mean buying the exact same thing all over again a few months later. So before your next Walmart run, here are 12 items you may want to think twice about buying, along with what you should look for instead. And trust me, some of the biggest money traps are saved for the end. Number 1. Plastic clothes hangers. You open your closet one morning and hear a sudden snap. Your jacket is on the floor, and another cheap plastic hanger has broken right at the neck. Plastic hangers are one of those Walmart purchases almost nobody thinks twice about. A large pack costs only a few dollars, making each hanger feel practically disposable. But that low price comes with a trade-off. Cheap plastic hangers can flex and weaken under heavier clothing. Load them with thick jeans, hoodies, or winter coats, and the neck can slowly bend until one small bump is enough to crack it completely. Heat, humidity, and cold storage can make inexpensive plastic even more brittle over time. And suddenly that cheap pack doesn't feel so cheap when you're replacing broken hangers again and again. If you're organizing a closet for the long term, consider coated metal or solid wood hangers instead. They cost more up front, but they're much better suited for heavier clothing and can last significantly longer. Sometimes paying a little more once beats buying the cheapest option over and over. Number 2. Rugs and doormats. That $12 rug might look surprisingly good when you first bring it home. It feels soft, the color looks great, and for the price, you might think you just found one of Walmart's best bargains. Then a few weeks go by. Tiny fibers begin appearing across the floor. The edges start curling upward, and the rubber backing underneath slowly flakes apart. That's where the cheap price starts making sense. Many budget rugs and doormats use shorter, more loosely woven fibers, so repeated foot traffic can wear down the surface much faster. Put one near a kitchen sink or bathroom where moisture is common, and the backing can deteriorate even faster. But the bigger problem isn't appearance. Once the corners begin curling, that inexpensive rug can become a tripping hazard, especially in a home with children or older adults. Before buying one, check the backing carefully. A thicker, sturdier rubber base is generally a better choice than something that feels thin and flimsy. Also look closely at the edges. If they already feel poorly finished in the store, regular foot traffic probably won't make them any better. Spending a little more on a durable rug that can handle repeated cleaning may save you from replacing the cheap one again and again. And the next Walmart item Number 3. Plastic storage bins. Plastic storage bins seem like one of the safest things you can buy at Walmart. They're cheap, stackable, and perfect for packing away winter clothes, holiday decorations, toys, or anything else cluttering up the house. But there's one problem you often don't discover until the bin is completely full. You grab the handles to lift it, and suddenly hear a crack. The cheaper storage bins often use noticeably thinner plastic than their heavy-duty counterparts. That might not matter when the container is empty, but once you fill it with books, clothes, or decorations, the bottom can begin sagging and the handles become major weak points. Storage conditions can make things worse. Keep these bins in a hot attic or garage for months, and the plastic may become increasingly brittle, making cracks more likely when you finally move them. Here's a simple test you can do before buying. Press gently against the bottom of the bin. If the plastic flexes very easily with light pressure, imagine what happens when you load it with 30 or 40 pounds of stuff. Also inspect the handles and corners, because those are often the first places to fail. A slightly more expensive heavy-duty storage tote may not seem like the better deal at checkout, but if it survives years instead of 1 or 2 seasons, the math changes quickly. Because the cheapest storage solution isn't really cheap when you have to keep replacing it. Number 4. Cheap shower heads. That shiny new shower head can look like a serious upgrade. Multiple spray settings, a polished chrome finish, and a price low enough to make the purchase feel like an easy decision. But the real problem is hidden inside. According to the original script, cheaper shower heads may rely on thinner synthetic rubber gaskets and plastic fittings. Over time, constant water pressure can lead to leaking connections, weaker flow, and even that annoying hissing sound when the water is running. And if you live somewhere with hard water, there's another issue. Mineral deposits can gradually clog those tiny spray holes. Without better scale-resistant materials, a showerhead that worked perfectly when new can start delivering disappointing water pressure after only a few months. Then comes the frustrating part, replacing it. Depending on your setup, another installation can mean dealing with fittings, brackets, or even calling someone for help, turning a small bargain into a much bigger headache. So instead of automatically grabbing the cheapest model, look for something with stronger gaskets, better quality fittings, and features designed to resist mineral buildup. You don't necessarily need the most expensive showerhead on the shelf. You just want one that won't make you buy another one 6 months later. And the next item is something millions of shoppers buy simply because the price looks too good to ignore. Number 5, cheap clothing. That $7 t-shirt might feel like an incredible deal when you pull it off the rack. It looks good, feels soft, and fits perfectly in the dressing room. But the real test doesn't happen at Walmart. It happens after the first few washes. Many of the cheapest clothing options use blends of cotton and lower-cost synthetic fibers. According to the original script, these materials can be more prone to shrinking, fading, and developing those annoying little fabric pills around high-friction areas like the underarms and waistband. The stitching can also become a weak point. Check the seams around the sleeves, hem, and underarms. If the stitching already looks thin or loose before you buy it, repeated washing probably isn't going to improve things. That's why the fabric label matters more than the price tag. The original script recommends looking for clothing with a higher cotton percentage, around 70% or more, especially for everyday basics such as t-shirts and shorts. You might spend a few extra dollars up front, but a shirt that survives dozens of washes is usually a better deal than one that loses its shape after only a handful. Cheap clothing isn't automatically bad. But when something is designed around the lowest possible price, durability is often where you feel the difference first. And the next Walmart item might already be hanging on your wall right now. Number 6, wall clocks and decor. Walmart's home decor aisle can be dangerously tempting. You'll find stylish wall clocks, framed artwork, decorative shelves, and trendy pieces that look far more expensive than their price tags suggest. But sometimes that great-looking bargain doesn't stay great-looking for very long. With cheaper wall decor, the outer finish can be surprisingly thin. Place it near a sunny window, and over time the color may begin fading or the coating can start peeling around the edges. Cheap wall clocks bring another problem. The original script points out that some budget models use lower-grade quartz movements. That can lead to clock hands slipping out of alignment, inaccurate timekeeping, or even hands becoming loose after months of use. Even the included battery may not be something you want to rely on long-term. If a low-quality battery leaks, it can damage the internal mechanism and turn the entire clock into trash. Picture frames and decorative shelves deserve the same inspection. Don't judge them only by the design printed on the packaging. Pick them up. Check the corners, backing, mounting points, and overall stability. For clocks, look for sturdier construction, a solid casing, and preferably a real glass face instead of thin, easily scratched plastic. Because a $10 decoration that lasts for years is a bargain. A $10 decoration you replace every few months isn't. And number 7 is something almost every household uses every single week. And when it fails, it usually... Number 7, laundry baskets and hampers. A laundry basket seems like one of those products that shouldn't require much thought. You grab one, toss it in the cart, and assume it'll last for years. But the real test comes when you fill it with heavy, wet clothes. According to the original script, an average family-sized load of wet laundry can weigh more than 20 pounds. That's exactly where some lightweight plastic baskets begin showing their weaknesses. The handles are usually the first thing to go. On cheaper models, they may be nothing more than thin molded plastic without much reinforcement. After repeated trips between the bedroom, washer, and dryer, tiny cracks can develop around the handles. Then one day, you lift a full basket and snap. The handle breaks, sending your clean laundry straight onto the floor. The bottom can be another weak point. If the plastic is too thin, heavy loads may cause it to flex or permanently warp. Here's an easy test before buying one. Squeeze the handles and gently flex the basket. If everything feels extremely thin, stiff, or brittle in the store, imagine how it will perform with a full load of wet towels. For larger households, consider a basket with thicker reinforced plastic or a sturdy fabric hamper supported by a stronger frame. It may cost a little more, but this is something you'll probably... Number 8. Air mattresses. It's 3 out in the morning. Your overnight guest went to sleep on a fully inflated air mattress, but now they're slowly sinking toward the floor. And no, they didn't necessarily puncture it. The original script explains that cheaper air mattresses often use relatively thin PVC, with the seams between air chambers being particularly vulnerable. Constant pressure in one area can create a tiny leak that releases air so slowly you might not notice until hours later. The inflation valve can also become a weak point. On budget models, a basic plastic valve may allow small amounts of air to escape even when it appears completely closed. Temperature makes things even trickier. Air naturally contracts as a room gets colder, so an air mattress can feel softer overnight, even without a puncture. Combine that with a weak seam or valve, and your comfortable guest bed can turn into a very uncomfortable night. If you only need an air mattress once in a while, a budget model might get the job done. But if you regularly host guests or take one camping, consider paying more for thicker construction, stronger seams, a better sealed valve, and a built-in electric pump. Because nobody wants to wake up at 3 a.m. just to reinflate the bed. And number 9 is especially deceptive, because it can feel incredibly soft and luxurious while it's still sitting on the Walmart shelf. Number 9, store brand towels. You're walking through Walmart. Pick up a bath towel and immediately think, for this price, this actually feels pretty luxurious. It's thick enough, surprisingly soft, and costs far less than premium towels. But that softness can be misleading. According to the original script, some cheaper store brand towels may be treated with temporary softening agents during manufacturing. After the first wash, that initial softness can disappear, leaving the towel feeling noticeably rougher. Then you may start seeing another problem: shedding. Shorter, lower quality cotton fibers can loosen during washing, leaving lint on other clothes and causing the towel itself to look worn much sooner. Absorbency can also decline as the fibers deteriorate. So instead of judging a towel only by how soft it feels in the store, check its construction and weight. The original script suggests looking at GSM, grams per square meter. More durable towels are often around 500 GSM or higher, while cheaper lightweight options may be closer to 300 GSM. Also look for terms such as combed cotton, which can indicate a more refined fiber construction. Yes, the better towel set might cost several dollars more, but when something gets washed every week, durability matters far more than how soft it feels for 5 seconds in the aisle. And number 10 is where cheap prices become especially tempting, because we're talking about kitchen products you may use every single day. Number 10, cheap kitchen appliances. A $14 toaster, an $18 blender, a bargain-priced non-stick pan. Individually, none of them seems like a risky purchase. In fact, at those prices you might think, even if it only lasts a year, I'm still getting a deal. But that's exactly where the trap begins. According to the original script, some cheap blenders use motors around 300 to 350 watts. That may be enough for soft fruit and simple smoothies, but tougher vegetables or large ice cubes can quickly push the motor to its limits. Cheap toasters can have similar durability issues. The internal spring mechanism may weaken, causing bread to get stuck or fail to pop up properly. And inexpensive non-stick pans? Their coating can be another weak point. After repeated cooking, the surface may begin losing its non-stick performance, forcing you to replace the pan much sooner than expected. But here's what really matters: replacement cost. Buy several cheap kitchen products, replace them when they fail, and suddenly that original bargain disappears. Sometimes spending just $10 or $15 more to move up. One quality tier gets you a stronger motor, better construction, longer warranty coverage, and potentially replaceable parts. For something you use every morning or every night, durability can be worth paying for. And now we're entering the final 2 items, including one Walmart purchase. Number 11, Mainstays furniture. That Mainstays sofa or bookshelf can look like an incredible bargain on the Walmart floor. The design is modern, the finish looks clean, and compared with furniture from specialty stores, the price can be dramatically lower. But the biggest difference is often hidden underneath. According to the original script, some lower-cost Mainstays furniture relies heavily on particle board rather than solid wood or stronger multi-layer plywood. And particle board has one major weakness: screws don't always hold up well after repeated assembly. The first time you build the furniture, everything may feel perfectly solid. But if you move apartments, rearrange the room, or take the piece apart and assemble it again, those screw holes can gradually widen. Eventually, a screw that once tightened securely may simply spin in place. Upholstered furniture can have another problem. Lower density foam may feel comfortable when it's brand new, but repeated daily use can cause cushions to sag and lose their original shape much sooner. That doesn't mean every inexpensive Mainstays product is automatically a bad purchase. For a guest room, temporary apartment, college dorm, or furniture you rarely use, the low price may make perfect sense. But for a sofa, chair, or table your family will use every single day, paying more for stronger materials could save you from replacing the entire piece later. Because furniture isn't really cheap if you have to buy it twice. And now we've reached number 12, the final item on the list. It doesn't crack, peel, sag, or break. In fact, you can't even physically hold it. Number 12, extended warranties on home appliances. You finally choose the TV, washing machine, or appliance you've been comparing for weeks. Then right before checkout, you get one last question. Would you like to add an extended warranty? For another $30 or $40, it sounds like cheap insurance against an expensive problem. But according to the original script, extended warranties can be one of the highest margin add-ons in the store, largely because many customers never actually use the coverage they paid for. And when you do need it, things may not be as simple as you expected. The original script warns that warranty plans can contain exclusions for certain types of damage or problems classified as user error. Claims may also be handled by a third-party warranty company rather than directly through the store. That can mean providing receipts, photos, product information, and waiting for the claim to be reviewed. Here's another reason to slow down before automatically saying yes. Many appliances already include a manufacturer's warranty for an initial period. So before paying for additional protection, find out exactly what coverage you already have. Then read the extended warranty carefully. What does it cover? What doesn't it cover? How long does the protection actually last? And most importantly, how much does the warranty cost compared with the price of the product itself? An extra warranty can make sense in certain situations, but it shouldn't be an automatic purchase just because it sounds reassuring at checkout. Sometimes the smartest Walmart deal is simply knowing when to say no thanks. And that brings us to the end of our 12 Walmart items. So there you have it, 12 Walmart purchases that might look like great deals at first, but could end up costing you more in the long run. And the lesson here isn't that everything cheap at Walmart is bad. It's that the lowest price doesn't always mean the lowest real cost. A plastic hanger that snaps, a storage bin that cracks, an air mattress that slowly deflates, or a piece of furniture that starts falling apart might save you a few dollars today. But replacing those products again and again can quickly erase those savings. Sometimes spending just a little more for better materials and stronger construction is the smarter deal. And when it comes to things like extended warranties, don't automatically say yes just because you're offered one. Take a moment, understand what you're actually paying for, and read the coverage before making the decision. Now I want to hear from you. Which one of these 12 Walmart items have you bought before? And did it actually last? Drop your experience in the comments, because your story